Today I am customizing the Kanjo SJ for the latest Grand Theft Auto Online update, and I am going to modify this in 3 different distinct styles. I'm going to do one street racer style, one stunt style, and one mystery one to finish. And I'm going to try and make this one as unique as possible because, look at this thing. We already know that everyone is going to try and recreate the black Civics from Fast and the Furious 1. So I'm going to try and not do that and be a little bit more unique. So let's go street race build first of all. On the spoiler, we have a lot of very basic and understandable styles inside of this thing, but also they're very 90s inspired, most of them, so we've got some good options here. I feel like a street racer would probably go for something like one of these two, so I'm going to go for that one. With the front bumper options, we do have a few different ones, and the one that stands out for me right now is probably this one with the tow hook. It just has that sort of rough look to it that I think would suit a street racer style car. Something that's not really super high budget. They're really focusing on the engine performance more, and so they'd probably go for something basic like this. On the rear, we do have some options, but do you know what? I actually think that even though we do have a crazy time attack bumper, I actually think that just the standard bumper would probably do the trick. But we're not going to go for a base spec model, we'll go for the painted bumper model. We have our different skirt options, and again, although you might want to go for something crazy with the street racery one, actually I think that a street racer, in this case, in the one I want to build, they're not going to do a lot of spec to the outside. So I'm just going to keep that with the painted side skirts. Exhausts, well, I kind of want to go for whatever is the biggest and the craziest on this one. But I'm also going to go for the titanium because I feel like a street racer would go for a titanium exhaust. We have all the standard cage options that you normally get inside a GTA. And again, for a street racer, I feel like just a rear cage at the back, that's probably fine. We do have a bunch of front splitter options as well. And I mean, we haven't really changed much with the standard bumper, so it wouldn't hurt to add a little something. So I'm just going to go for that tuner splitter option just because it adds a little something. But again, I feel like visually the street racer doesn't really need to care for this sort of stuff. Many bonnet options, including a grille, which I think is something that it probably should have. I feel like a grille is needed here. There's definitely some weird show style ones, especially. I do not understand why this is a thing. I kind of get it, but at the same time, I really don't get it. It looks awful. So on this one, I'm going for something simplistic. So I'm actually going to go for the secondary color, grilled hood. You'll see why in a bit. Then we have the front arches, just a bunch of random combos for cutouts and carbon. I'm probably just going to keep that stock. On the side trim, I am just going to go for the regular painted because, I mean, we've done it with everywhere else. So let's keep it as a not base spec car. We have some options for the sunroof and aerials, and again, I feel like this should just be kept stock, but I will go for the actual primary colored painted sunroof and not the glass one. As it's a street race model, we're going to upgrade the engine, we're going to upgrade the brakes, we're going to upgrade the transmission. On the suspension, it can really get low. I don't think we really need to go this low, and again, when I stance it, I'm going to use V-Stancer anyway, because that looks terrible, really. Rockstar gave it a go with the camber, but it looks terrible, let's be honest. We'll of course stick a turbo on it. What street race Honda doesn't have a turbo these days? I'm also going to forego the sun strip, don't think we need it. With the interior, I'm actually going to go all out on this one and just have it stripped, but nothing crazy, just sort of stripped out. Same goes for the doors. I'm not going to go for anything that looks expensive. I'm just going to go for whatever looks like it's been stripped out. Again, with the seats, I think the street racer that I have in mind would probably actually just go and keep the stock seats because they can put money elsewhere. Ideally, actually, I'd like to just have one seat for the driver, but we don't have that option, so I'm going to keep it stock. For the steering wheel, I've just gone for the basic Apex Clubman. We don't really need anything else. So on the engine blocks, we do have a few different options. Again, I don't think this street racer, even though they put all the money in the engine, I think they'd kind of just keep it sort of stock looking. I'll give them a painted head color, why not? Again, with the air filter, I'm just going to go with, I don't know, a cone air filter. A polished strut brace, nothing crazy, nothing fancy. We can definitely go for some hood pins as well, though, so I'm just going to go for those basic plastic ones right here. Roof fins, no one really cares about those. I think maybe a spoiler might be okay. Actually, no, not on this one. Nah, let's just keep that stock. On the wing mirrors, I'm probably going to go for these tuner mirrors just because I know that I've seen them around. I've forgotten the name of them, but I know a lot of guys do actually like them, and I think that's kind of a thing that a lot of street racer guys put on. I might sound stupid here, but I swear I see them all the time. On the liveries, we do have a few different options, but I'm going to be honest with you here. I think they all look terrible. I think, if anything, I'm going to go for this black Dinka strip because we are going to respray this and change the wheels anyway. So in terms of wheels, I'm actually thinking the Hot Wheels Steely just because they seem like a cheap set of steel wheels that they can also fit the exact tires that they want to it. So again, that has that sort of street racer vibe to me. Again, this is pretty much like all the budget has gone into the speed and there's not really too much has gone in the way to the outside and how it looks. And for that reason, I'm not going to go with a crazy custom color paint because the owner wouldn't do that. So I'm going to go for a Saxon blue because it kind of just looks like a standard sort of car color to me. And on secondary color, I'm going to go for a matte black just because I feel like having a matte black bonnet is just a street racery thing. In terms of V-stancer, nothing really much needs to be done here. I think just bring in the track width out just a little bit just to give that square look. Rear height, I'm going to keep the same, but the front height, I'm going to drop just a little bit. And that's pretty much it. There is my street racer car. It's really simple, really simplistic, but the idea behind this is they've spent all the money on the engine and all of the performance, and not so much has been done in the way of visuals, but they've had a little bit. They've thought, okay, I need a spoiler. Okay, I might want some nicer wheels, probably mostly just to fit the tires they want. But there we go, that's that one done. Now, we must move on to the stance version. Well, I guess I've already shown you all the parts, so let's just go straight to the full build. 3, 2, 1, and here we are with the stanced version. Look at this thing. I decided to go for like an orangey sort of yellow, so it's like an orange with a yellow flip. I wanted to go for this bonnet purely because I know some people are into that. And again, I just, you know, I wanted to try and make something that was sort of show worthy. Maybe you guys can tell me in the comment section why that is supposed to be cool, because I don't get it. I mean, it does show the engine bay, so I get that. But yeah, I'm a bit confused by it. But I did try to slam it as much as possible with these wheels here. These are all wheels from GT. I haven't really got any modded wheels in here. But I have, of course, slammed it with V-Stancer and done it a lot nicer than the stupid slammed thing with the giant, huge camber that you get inside of GT Online these days. I've also gone for a full dark tint. Don't really need to care about the interior all that much. I've gone for that little flip spoiler here at the top, and I've gone for a chrome exhaust. And nothing really too crazy on the bumpers and the kit. I've gone for a little side skirt. I've gone for little something at the front. But generally, I just wanted to make it sort of smooth, sort of simple. I did go for that arch cutout as well. Thought it might be cool. And there we have the stanced version right next to the street race version. So, what is my mystery style? Well, I'm just going to jump straight in and show you the finished build. And here we are. This is it. This is the weird mystery build. I wanted to, of course, do a sort of off-road thing again. But I was inspired by the livery because it's got this sort of like drawn scuff style to it where they've actually like drawn on things that look like marks and stuff. I've also added on dirt on top of it. I've added the dirt wheels. I made the dirt wheels bigger using V-Stancer. I jacked the car up. I haven't really done anything too crazy on the bodywork, but I have done a little bit of an interesting touch where I've just gone around and kicked different parts of the car to give it that sort of battle-hardened, edgy, broken, damaged sort of look to it, to really just give it some character. I just thought that this looked really cool, just bashing it up and stuff. I've also completely stripped out the interior and everything like that, so I've sort of made it into like an off-road battle race car sort of thing. So, there we go. That's it. That's the 3 builds. We've got the street race, we got the slammed, stancy sort of show car sort of build, and then we have the mystery, crazy build of the drawn off-roader battle car. I want you guys to let me know what you think is your favorite in the comment section below. But that's going to be it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.